What's up? Welcome to another episode of the podcast with no name yet, episode 46. I'm your host this week, Ricky, along with my co wrestler, Manny,
What's up? How you guys doing?
and all that stuff. Thank you again.
Y'all doing good?
Thank you again for joining us for another episode this week. Again, also, if you don't know, our podcast is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google, and Apple Podcast, and many other podcast services around the world, and all that stuff for your enjoyment to see, and all that stuff. Manny, how's it been? How's the week?
It's been good. It's been good. Dallas lost, but I mean, we lost to a great team. We lost to the Atlanta Phase. It's been really good this season.
Don't
So that's
remind me.
really cool.
Don't remind me about that, please.
I mean, we got a really good win against Optic. That was really amazing game. It was really cool. So I mean, it's a loss. But I
It's
mean,
it's
it's
just funny.
okay. It's okay.
It's funny. You get swept by Atlanta, then you sweep the subliners, and then you lose to Atlanta again 5-2,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
But I mean, it was still a good hard fought match and hard fought season.
Find it.
Congrats to Atlanta Pace.
I find it funny. It's like
They
how LA loses to New York. LA loses to New York and all that stuff on a sweep. Or wait, did we lose to Optic? No, we lost to Optic. My bad. Um, my jersey comes in this week.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Oh my
Why don't you
awesome.
use it for next year?
Oh my awesome.
Yeah, it's been a good week though. You know, I've just been relaxing, watching the WandaVision finale, chilling, trying to relax, go
Oh,
about my life.
mm. So speaking of, I meant to mention we talk about this before, but it's like, so I was today because we're recording this on Monday. I'm working my own business. I get on Twitter. I have Twitter on my computer and all that stuff. And then like I'm going through things and I'm like see a couple things about. I follow this video game. I don't want to call him influencer because that's not I don't know if that's the correct word and all that stuff. And he's talking about how I guess The Rock has an energy drink.
Really?
Yeah,
What's it called? Is it
uh,
like called like the
Zoa.
most electrifying
No,
energy drink?
let me hold on.
That'd be hilarious.
Let me pop up the West
Excuse me
West
while I open up this can of Coke Zero.
and all that stuff.
There's a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, it's called Zoa. It's a energy drink and all that stuff. And then it's like for we forget everything you know about energy drinks. We made Zoa to nourish your body with natural energy, not fuel, not fuel it with fake buzz and stuff. It's
Cocaine.
pretty much. It's camu, amino acids, vitamins, caffeine, all that stuff. So it's like I was like, so he tweets at the Rock about it for this of working with this, and then the Rock tweets back and tells him he's gonna send him a couple cases and everything like that and all that stuff, and hopefully something will lead on to it. I'm like, like what? So I end up going to the site looking at these drinks and all that stuff, and tell me why I ended up buying two cases.
What kind of flavors? Are they good sounding flavors,
So
dude?
there's an original, there's a lemon lime, and there's a wild orange, pineapple coconut, and super berry. They all come. The main ones are 100 calories in all their in them, and they're having a zero sugar drink coming out later on, and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I got the original and the lemon lime.
All right, well, you can let us know.
I'll let you know next week.
I
I'll let you know
think
next
I'll
week how
stick
this
to
goes.
coffee and Coke. I think I'll stick to my
I
coffee and
don't
Coke.
know why.
But
I think it's just for the fact it was The Rock. And that
maybe,
stuff.
maybe. You should try his tequila.
He has tequila. Yes,
I've
that
heard
is
I've
true.
heard good things from it. I've heard good things. I
He
mean,
does have
I've never
tequila.
tried it because I can't. But
He does have tequila. I think this was but I think like the funny part about it was like it just popped up, and I was like, when was this? When did this happen? Like,
and it's like the weirdest announcement. Well,
it's
it's just like I didn't even know Ryan Reynolds owned like a phone thing.
mm-hmm.
He
Wait, what?
owns like a phone thing.
Who?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Mint Mobile.
Yeah, like what the hell is that about? Like,
I've that was a thing. I think like I want to say around like the beginning of the pandemic actually. when that happened.
That's like the weirdest thing for like to see him own. Like that's like, because I know he owns he owns Aviator Scotch, right? Or whiskey, something like that. He owns Aviator something, the alcoholic thing.
Oh, they were. It's just the energy drink was just recently available. That's why.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like getting promoted finally first.
Yeah, it's been more promoted. Yeah,
Okay.
and stuff. So that's why it's like I've been seeing it. That's why I just saw it just now. So it's just got recently released. Apparently, it's available at GMC.
That makes sense.
I
That
could
makes a lot of
I
sense.
could have
That
went
I
to
understand why.
I could have went to the GNC after either before or after this recording just to see if they have it.
You, I feel like you should. You should take us on a vlog.
Too late. I already ordered them. They're on their way. They're probably coming this week, most likely, hopefully.
Most likely. I don't. I mean, I do energy drinks every now and then. And if I do, it's most likely a Red Bull. I
I
just
mean,
prefer Red Bull over. I
I'm
mean,
not
we've talked about this before,
I'm not gonna say I'm a
but
fan or anything about them, or I just have energy drinks for no reason and all that stuff. But
yeah, you know,
it's
you
like
just
it's like it's no big deal and all that stuff. It's
yeah,
not like I they're like part of my routine and everything. Not like
yeah.
it's like
I'm not like if I know I'm gonna have like a long day, like if I go to a theme park or something, sometimes I'll take one. Um, but you know, on a regular day-to-day basis, it's just a cup of coffee in the morning, and I'm perfectly fine.
pretty much.
Um, but yeah, especially like if I'm gonna have a long day, like I know like when we went to E3, I would drink one in the well, I would drink my coffee and then I would drink one, and it's not really I don't get a whole like lot, but you know it'll last me almost the whole day if I know I'm gonna do a lot of stuff like a lot of walking or a lot of be doing a lot of things or something like that. But
Pretty much.
usually on a normal day basis, we're just you know either in working and stuff or doing going shopping or something like that. I don't need it. It's not really needed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's like I don't know. Like it was.
Mm.
I don't want to say it was like impulse buy. It was just more of the fact like it's The Rock, and I was just
The
like,
text I got just right now. Sorry. The minute you said it, the minute you said, I don't know if it's in the pulse line, and then I got a text that was just hilarious. Um, it keeps coming up. Uh,
and
but yeah, no, it could have been.
it could. It's almost
It
like I
could.
just saw it. It
It
was.
could. It could have been.
I think because like how he explained it though, it's supposed to be a more healthy style kind of energy drink and all that
Oh,
stuff. And
okay.
I'm like, I
So
can,
bang.
I can.
C4. C4 is a kind of a healthy thing. It's healthier, I should say.
But this is from The
It's not the
Rock
most
though.
healthy. Yeah. Well, that's the other weird thing. He used to drink C4. Like
Maybe you guys. I don't know because like the Twitter
he's like,
account,
you know what, C4 is so good. I'm gonna make my own brand.
the Zoa energy drink Zoa account has been established since July of last year. So this has probably been a thing he's done for a while already.
Yeah,
And it's finally
he's just
coming into
starting to
market.
finally.
And it's finally coming into
Yeah,
market now and all that stuff.
yeah.
Excuse me. Ooh, okay. But not I know all that stuff. But anyways, that's The Rock has his energy drinks, but also let's not forget where he originally came from. The WWE. And you know what about the
Yep.
WWE? The network, man.
Yeah.
The network. That was a horrible
Yep.
segue, but I tried. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But anyways, the month. This is the time is soon, Manny.
That was a horrible line you delivered,
I
much
know, but
like
still, I'm practicing.
WWE's
I'm
much like
practicing.
the WWE's creative team writes on a daily basis.
Hey, no. My line is better than most of those creative teams. Most of the creative teams.
Yeah, like did you saw like apparently Apollo Crews is a fake evil T'Challa now?
I saw a
Like
picture.
that.
I saw a picture, and it was just like him with his staff and these two guards. I'm like,
Yeah. He did you see the video? He has an accent
you
now.
literally you. Oh yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard the accent. I was like,
It's such a bad accent
I'm
too,
like,
dude. Like
I'm like,
accents never do good.
you do realize that he's black, right? And you do realize that the
Yeah.
last 3 months just ended, right?
Yeah. And it's like you already have an amazingly popular Afro-American conversation we just had uh group of like people that is doing really good. Minus one, take one out. Uh, uh,
and someone
what
that's
is it?
and an African American that's WWE champion currently too.
Yeah, you have a whole stable with
The Hurt Business.
with MVP. Yeah, I was trying to think of the
Which
name.
which if you notice, if you pay attention to that, they really try to grab Apollo too to join.
Yeah, like you could have went so many different ways. Like maybe like have it's kind of like remember how The Rock when he joined the Nation of Domination, how he
Yes.
didn't want to join, and then like one day he just turns heel out of nowhere during a crucial championship match. You could have had that could
Or
have been the reason Bobby Lashley won.
or another example, though it's not a black person. Roderick Strong joining Adam Cole and them and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That was an amazing segue to get him into the Undisputed Era without rushing it.
Yeah.
You could have had him do that storyline, and then that could have been a reason why Bobby Lashley won. I mean, he doesn't really need a reason
I
because it
mean,
was The
I
Miz,
mean,
but like,
I mean, that I originally I thought that was going to be the plan. Before I thought that was
yeah,
going to happen, but it didn't happen. But they end up making him heal, but do something totally
yeah,
different
a
with him.
weird thing. Like, I mean, they should already know by now that accents are never a good thing unless they already have the accent.
Exactly.
Like look at Sheamus, look at McIntyre, look at Becky Lynch. They all have regular accents and they don't well, I mean Becky Lynch kind of amped hers up in NXT, but other than that, it was a basic accent. Look at Kofi Kingston. That didn't end good.
I mean, look where he's at now, but still.
Well, now, but not with the accent.
Oh, with before the accident, yeah. Before when he was
Yeah.
about the
Like
accident,
it
yeah.
never led anywhere
Though,
good. Like
though I do find it funny how he technically broke character.
oh, with
Um,
that time machine thing.
Not the time machine. It was when it was leading up to Survivor Series. I forgot what year he was on Team DX and everything.
Oh yeah, and
And
he
they
was
and
like,
he
"Didn't
was
this guy have a Jamaican
it was
accent?"
like, didn't this guy Sean was like, didn't he have a Jamaican accent? And I was like, he was like,
Yeah, yeah, that was hilarious. But like, they should have learned like putting accents on people that don't have accents isn't a good thing.
yeah.
Like, it lasted for Lana a little bit,
I like
but
Lana's. I'm not gonna lie.
huh?
Well, I like
You like
Lana's.
Lana's?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it made sense kind of for her because like obviously like Rusev does have one ish.
Yeah,
I mean, he kind of doesn't,
the whole Russian
but
thing.
like it roughly made sense, and also because she was so over at the time and stuff like that, and then they slowly edged it out. But just she's like one of the only cases that an actual accent on a manufacturing accent is good. It wasn't like amazing because it wasn't that much of an accent originally.
Yeah,
Like I don't know, I feel like they could have because he was already over as well as a babyface, and then they just did nothing with him. Like
that's what sucked.
yeah, like I liked it him when he was a babyface, but I don't know.
It's just
There's
so
and
weird.
then there's a whole lot of other talent that they could do stuff with. Like I don't know.
Hmm. But we're not here to talk about current storylines.
Yeah, we're not talking about their mess ups, but
We're here to talk about their pretty much, I guess you could say, dying network in a way
yeah,
and all that
yeah,
stuff. And then of course we talked about it earlier in an earlier episode of the podcast, but it looks like we got more details for what's going to happen
correct,
come March 18th. Yeah, March 18th.
correct.
March 18th is when WWE will join Peacock and all that stuff. From what it sounds like, we are getting and this is reading this off an article from The Verge, with showing that this is more of a portal and all that stuff. And Fastlane will be the first pay per view, and then of course
Correct.
we'll have WrestleMania come April 10th and 11th, and
However, network doesn't officially close until April 4th
yes,
because you will be able to watch Fastlane on the network,
yes, but then
right? Yeah,
you and WrestleMania will be exclusive, pretty much exclusively on the Peacock,
on
since
Peacock.
for the fact
Yeah,
that the app will be swinging. But we're not getting everything come day one
correct.
and all stuff. In the far in one of in the article of what it says, every pay per view event from in the last calendar year, current and most recent season episodes of WWE original series that such as Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions, WWE Chronicle, and WWE Icons in reaction with new weekly episodes of NXT the day after air, as well as 2021 replays of Raw and SmackDown 30 days after they air. Groundbreaking documentaries including Undertaker: The Last Ride, WWE 24, WWE Untold reality series, including Total Bella, realities including Total Bellas, as well as collections of feature series, topical moments, and like Stone Cold Steve Austin Week and playlists showing currently superstars. So not everything's gonna be in there and all that stuff that you normally get
Correct.
from the app. Anything, especially anything from the Vault, that's most likely have the promise is to get everything by SummerSlam, from what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
it's gonna trickle. It's
Yeah,
gonna trickle out.
so everything like that. Though I find it odd that NXT's will be on the network after the day after, but you gotta wait 30 days
Yeah,
for SmackDown and
it
Raw.
was pretty much always like that though, is what I've noticed.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what it is, because like NXT was originally on the network, obviously,
yeah.
and it was not live, but I think it was the day before as well.
No,
And then once it came to the thing, it could
so
have been live. I don't know.
before it was on USA, everything was always taped and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
like they had always like 4 or 5 episodes taped beforehand and all that
yeah,
stuff and have it on the network. And then like and then of
yeah,
course they'll do their then they did like the takeovers and all that stuff.
yeah.
Now now with
It is weird that you're gonna do. Because it annoys me a lot too. Like sometimes I'll forget to record a Raw or SmackDown for some reason. Like I know I had my cable box replaced probably a month ago because I got a newer box,
mm,
and it I had to reset everything and I forgot to record Raw. I just recorded SmackDowns and NXTs.
mm,
So I missed I think 2 episodes of Raw, 2 Mondays, and it was kind of a pain that I wasn't able to go to the network
yeah.
and like watch it when I had my free time and I wasn't in front of my TV. I had to be on my box, and then I went into previous recordings. Not previous recordings, previous airings, and I was able to watch them. But it is kind of annoying, like if you miss it and say you're out and about, but you have the time to pull out your phone, go onto the network, and you're not able to watch the previous episode. It kind of sucks, but
I just find it
that's
I just still find it weird. It's 30 days after air instead of something shorter. I can understand maybe something
yeah,
shorter, maybe 7 days, a week at least, and all that stuff,
yeah,
and all that stuff. But 30
but
days is like
it's weird.
it seems like it's too much on that and all that stuff.
Sounds like you need a lot of time to edit stuff, even though you already do edit stuff.
Why
But
would I don't know, but it's like they're all live. Like, why would you need to edit anything?
because they add in crowd noises, even when there was crowd there, they would add crowd noises,
Still
uh,
whatever.
and they would change the sound of crowd. But
Yeah,
the thing that sucks, I think, is the fact that you're not able to search just for a certain wrestler and get his only his matches or her matches.
but that I think that's just probably more of the fact that it's like because it's on Peacock and it's not something specifically for Raw.
Yeah,
But I get what
it
you're
just kind
saying.
of sucks though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get what
and
you're
also
saying.
they're cutting out the what is it called?
The match
The
markers,
like Yeah, the match markers. Because like
the
I'll
most
watch an
important
older
feature,
pay-per-view. Exactly.
the most
I'd watch an
important
older
feature.
pay-per-view just for a couple matches. Like I can go to King of the Ring 2003 and be like, I just want to watch Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon.
Yeah,
I'd have to fast forward now and try to find it. Like, what are we on VHS?
like again, I don't know if it's just more of the fact because everything's gonna move into Peacock and it's different stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Hopefully, this is something that'll probably be down. Hopefully, like an update to Peacock for specifically for the WWE stuff to make that a thing. So that way, it's like if there is a particular match you want to go to, you can go to it and everything like that.
yeah,
But I hope, but it does suck because that's one of the when because I think that's been around since launch if I remember correctly
yeah.
and all that stuff,
Basically,
which was like a very good a good feature to have and all that stuff, especially
yeah,
for watching pay per views and you want for those.
yeah. Because like there was a lot of times where I'd go to like older pay-per-views from when I was a kid, and I was like, I just want to watch this match. I'd
Yeah,
fast forward or not fast forward. I would pick the one, look for the match marker that I needed, and then just watch from there.
yeah,
And it was just an amazing feature. It saves a lot of time and
yeah,
saves a lot of hassle.
yeah. So it's like it just seems like the only reason like these the reason why I can see these understandable for not being not being here is for the fact that you're on a different app platform in particularly.
Yeah,
Excuse me. And we're most looking at this as this can be something implemented later in the future and hell and maybe even excuse me improve the app in general, not just for the WWE stuff, but also for its other stuff, content stuff, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like making like for their certain movies or even shows, like they'll instead of make it how we call it match markers, they're more like chapter markers in a way for those stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's something that might be implemented that might help out Peacock in a way, not just for its WWE content, but everything in general.
Yeah. Also, the deal they're giving is amazing as well.
So what the deal is, when we say so in this article also, it's like Peacock acknowledges there's more work to be done to satisfy WWE Network diehards. So to help sweeten the pot, it'll be offering exclusive discount to WWE fans. They can get 4 months of Peacock Premium at a flat $9.99. That breaks down to $250 per month. Premium is normally $4.99 monthly, which itself is less than the network long time $9.99 month subscription.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm already paying five because I'm an Xfinity customer.
Yeah. For us, it doesn't really. It's not really,
Yeah,
like a big deal.
because we have
But for like, yeah,
because we have Xfinity. Xfinity already with Xfinity, you already get a discount with those stuff. So premium,
yeah,
it's already part of your service, but the premium with no ads is only $5
yeah.
and all for that.
So I mean, really, like, it's not really worth it for us because we already pay 5. It's not like a selling point for us. But I mean, for people who don't have Xfinity services, that's a really good deal, especially if you're a WWE fan,
Yeah,
because of that reason.
yeah, and you're
I mean,
planning.
250 a month for 4 months is an amazing deal,
It is.
especially for all the content, because you don't just get WWE content, you also get a lot of Peacock content.
You get all the
So I mean,
kids
that's really
with
good.
Peacock. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
And I don't think that does that one come with ads? No, right? The 9.99 does not come with ads.
Yeah, the nine ninety
The deal
nine
thing.
the 9.99 option. No, the 4.99 option, which is the premium. That is the one that has ads in it, if I remember correctly.
Okay, but if they go to the WWE Network, not the WWE Network, if they get the WWE Network fan plan, it's the 9.99, right? For the 250 a month, basically, right?
Let's
For 4 months.
let me look at this real quickly. So I went to the actual link. Access to one-time payment of 9.99. Conclusion of the 4 monthly period are renewed to the basis of 4.99 until you cancel. Must be new to Peacock Premium. Okay, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
So yeah, as Ricky looks at that, we're gonna see if that exclusive WWE fan deal comes with ads on Peacock or does not. Um, we'd like to see what you guys think of the Peacock merger that they're doing. Do you guys like the, how you say cons, I guess, with the no match markers and not as comprehensive and in depth at launch date? Will you guys be getting it? Do you guys already have it? We'd like to know
So yeah,
if you guys can give us the
so yeah,
description.
the premium, which will revert to the, because they're paying 9.99 flat, so that's four
Correct.
months. That's for 4 months, and also
Yeah.
that's why it's 250 a month. That's why you're getting that two
Yeah.
fifty a month times deal. So like after that, it reverts to the regular pricing, which is 4.99 a month,
Correct.
and
So you do get ads then.
that is ads. That is ads
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Okay.
The 9.99 model, which is the premium plus, that is without ads. But
Oh, okay.
like I said, since me and Manny are Xfinity customers, premium is free for us, or $5 a month for premium plus,
Yeah.
and all
So,
stuff.
but then as it says, you have to be new to Peacock Premium, which we're not technically, right? Because
No, we are.
oh, we are.
So like I said,
Oh, okay.
me and you Xfinity customers, we automatically get premium.
Oh, okay.
If as long when you sign up and everything and link your Xfinity account and everything, it's part of the deal. It's premium is part, but like I
Okay.
said, premium does still show ads, but it's limited. I think it's like more
Yeah.
limited than most. Peak Premium Plus is for Xfinity customers, and it's only $5 a month, and that's no
Correct.
ads.
And no ads. Yeah.
Depending on the program, but there are some programming and stuff that will have ads on those though. Just to let you know, if you still, even if you get,
I don't know if I don't really watch a lot of Peacock, to be honest.
we don't.
I just have it more of like if I see a couple movies on there and I'll be like, oh, okay, and I'll
Okay.
watch it. But I haven't gotten the ads, so
Okay.
I don't know which ones come with ads.
Yeah, I
Even
wouldn't know
for the
either.
Premium Plus.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either because, like I said, it's like because on the Peacock Premium Plus, it says everything in premium without the ads, and there's an asterisk next to it. The asterisk says Due to streaming rights, a small amount of programming will contain ads. Peacock
Yeah.
channels events and a few shows and movies too. Also,
So maybe for like sporting events or something like that. I know they
oh
do
yeah.
have some sports.
So yeah,
So probably some of those.
there is live sports. There is live sports within Peacock and all that for that stuff. So you do get some cool stuff with that with the premium at least.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah. So that's what I'm guessing is maybe
like the
during the live
top
sports they'll have a couple ads.
because like the top thing right now for on a live sports perspective is Premier League. Um,
Correct.
the one thing that would have been a probably I guess you can call a seller would have been the Olympics if it wasn't canceled
Yeah.
and all that stuff. The fact that you got access to live Olympics because
That would have been amazing.
it's mostly tape delayed anyways because depending on the country.
Yeah, that's true. How long was it gonna be delayed for us?
Huh?
How long would have been delayed for us? Do you know?
A full almost a day because it was in Tokyo. It would have been because it's in
Correct,
Tokyo,
yeah.
so it would have been pretty much not. I would say a whole day, not a whole day delay, but somewhere around there.
Oh, okay. Roughly a whole day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like I said, it's like having it live because I'm most likely we would have got if for Peacock customers they would have had it live. They probably would have got that stuff live, and that would have been cool
Yeah.
and all that stuff
That would have been really cool.
and all that stuff. So that would have helped out a lot. So yeah, but at least
Yeah.
it's like, but I mean it's like this Peacock is going to be interesting to see in general, depending on how everything goes. Now with WWE in it, and the pay per views are going to be in there. We have all these live stuff that's happening. We got live sports. The Office
Yeah.
is on there. If people,
Oh yeah, I forgot the Office was on there.
yeah, not a lot of people remember that because it's no longer on net since it's no longer on Netflix.
I never watched Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. I never watched The Office.
I
To
haven't
be
either.
honest,
I haven't
it's just
either. I
it's
haven't
never
either.
really like been like.
It's just more of the fact it's like I found it so funny how it's like it was such a big deal because like last year the end of
Yeah.
2020 was the last year of it being on the office being in Netflix because it was moving to Peacock. Well, it only made sense for them to
Yeah.
because it's a NBC owned product property.
Yeah.
And it was like the fact of like especially towards like the in December where it was like this big deal of like it's, we're no longer gonna watch The Office. It's no longer gonna be on Netflix. It's moving to a different streaming service. Why are you complaining?
Yeah, I didn't see the big deal with that.
And all that
But
stuff.
I've never watched The Office. And also, I saw a couple episodes of Friends, like, I mean, two,
Well, the Friends.
and it wasn't a selling point for me
Well,
with Friends. I'm not.
the Friends is on HBO Max, so the
No, I
Friends.
know, but like, I
That was a big
didn't care
deal.
for
That
Friends.
was also a big deal. Also, yeah, when it was moving to
Yeah,
Netflix.
I didn't care for Friends. Like, it was decent, but it's not amazing. Like, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole lot more cool shows than
Well,
me
no.
out there,
Well, no, because
like,
like
or funny shows, even if you just want funny.
no, Friends was the thing back then and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and it still
No, I
is
know
for
that, but
those and all that stuff, and it's like it's nice to know that there's another set of people, like a new set of people are that like it and all that stuff. It's
yeah,
cool, but it's understandable if nobody likes it now, if they're watching it now for the first
yeah,
time and all that stuff. It won't be. It's like
yeah.
so. It's not surprising to see that and all that stuff.
Like if I'm gonna watch an older show from like the 2000s, I'll watch like shit. I don't even know. That was a that was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know what came out in that timeline. I don't know.
For
Never mind.
when Friends was out,
Yeah, during Friends. What else was out? I don't
I
even know when Friends was out.
I wouldn't even know.
I don't.
What sucks is like I don't know well because it's like because I was alive. I was there around that time. I was like
Friends was in the what, the 90s?
late '90s,
No,
early 2000s,
2000s.
late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, no, I was still a kid. I
And
was
all that
watching kid
stuff.
shows. So
I was like that. So it's like, but
yeah.
then again, it was like I didn't pay attention to primetime TV as much as I do now. Like Friends,
I didn't watch shows. I wasn't like a big show guy when I was a kid, or show kid, I should say. I was like movies. I was watching like like Die Hard and like
yeah.
Top Gun. But it had to really like hold my interest. Like so, I watched a lot of action movies when I was a kid because it would hold my interest. A lot, or like funny movies because it would hold my interest. I wasn't really into like sitcoms, I guess you'd say. It didn't really hold my interest as a kid. I didn't start to get into it until I was like in high school, maybe like a little bit later,
Oh yeah, I'll be
like
like,
probably like freshman, sophomore year.
oh yeah, because
So
like
like I yeah.
primetime television in general is more catered towards the adult. in a way,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
and
And
yeah, and I just
but
didn't.
at the same time, it's like there like I said, kids at that age, like my when I was around that time, like my age that was around would watch those shows still, and all that stuff because it's
Yeah,
somehow gravitated in a way, but all that stuff. But it's like it's like we said, it's like if it doesn't gravitate if it's not watching and all that stuff. It's like it's no big deal. Like
yeah,
for those who didn't watch it when it was live but are watching it for the first time now because it's on these streaming platforms. Like if you like it or not, that's fine and all that stuff
yeah,
and everything
yeah.
and all that stuff.
Um,
But
I mean, yeah,
at the same, but like I said, it's like streaming service in general. It's like it's just finding the right thing to watch and all that stuff,
yeah,
and
it really
and
is.
then finding what attracts you now and all that stuff. Especially since we have so many kinds of services now and all that stuff. It's
Yeah, like if I don't find anything interesting that day, I'll just switch to the service.
yeah, because it's like especially
That's
now with WWE Network moving to Peacock, we have now Paramount Plus, which was a rebrand of CBS All Access and all that stuff because they're
Oh, really?
yeah
I didn't know.
that's now like they're finally like consolidating that into a correct thing and making it something correctly and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Thank God. I was like,
yeah.
cause like hearing CBS All Access was like hearing that made it sound like okay, this is just CBS with additional stuff, like nothing else special about it.
CBS All Access sounds like it'd be a show on like a channel on cable,
It's like a
like
channel, yeah.
a cable channel.
It's like that
Like,
premium cable
oh, you
channel.
got
It's like that premium cable channel
yeah,
and all that stuff that makes
yeah.
you want to don't
It's like
you have a
Nick and
sub.
Nick HD.
No, that's the, I don't no 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 that's totally different. That's not different. That's not the same.
I don't know. I don't get Nick HD. I just get Nick. I
It's
didn't. Well, on my package. Like,
most channels should be in HD now, anyways.
I don't know. There's two different channels on mine. It says Nick and Nick HD. Nick HD is
It's
blocked. I didn't get the
it
package.
is 2021 and they haven't decided to merge those two into one.
No,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm saying. It's weird.
god,
It's hella weird.
that is
Like I
so
don't even watch
dumb.
Nick, but like going through the channels, I'm like, that's hella weird.
That is
Like,
so
why do you have
dumb.
Nick
Why
and
did
Nick
they make
HD?
it one thing? Now it's
I
like
don't know. I don't even watch cable anymore.
most televisions
I use
are
cable for
HD.
like four things. Like I use cable for like uh reruns of Duck Dynasty, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW. Those are the four things that I watch on cable, and that's it. Like that's all I watch on cable. Oh, and then now Resident Alien, but like every Wednesday at 10 p.m. But
Mm,
other than that, that's literally all I watch on cable. So like I don't really need the big packages
mm.
because all those channels go on on the base package. Like it's like my grandma and my mom, not even my mom anymore, watch cable and that's it. Like and even my grandma watches on demand on cable because she just watches Western movies all day. So like it's literally like no need to get a big package. So I usually just watch streaming platforms all day while I'm playing games when I do get a chance. So I mean, it's cool. I mean, I feel like this gives you like a if you had Peacock and you had the network and you had Hulu and you have Disney Plus and you have Paramount Plus no and like you have all these different streaming things, it kind of helps because like you don't really like if you're on Peacock and you're like I want to watch a episode of Raw, you can just go to the different. You good? Just everything good?
My
We're
screen,
recording, right?
my screen went black for a
Oh,
second,
okay.
so I was just making sure we're good.
Oh, okay, cool. It's a lot easier. You don't have to get through. I mean, not by a whole lot because you just gotta switch apps. But I mean, it kind of makes it like all one, so that's kind of cool. I mean, you don't have as many apps now, and it's a whole lot cheaper, especially if you're an Xfinity user. Um, so it's really good, I think. Other than the cons, which is the not having the match markers, so that kind of sucks. You should bring that back. Uh,
Which they probably will.
Yeah, they probably will just after time. And then it's not in-depth content, so you're not getting really old stuff until it comes out by summer. So that kind of sucks if you watch more of the old stuff than the newer stuff. I see why that would kind of suck for you. Um, but I mean, it's still a really good deal. I mean, it's I already have Peacock, but if I didn't, I would definitely get it now. Just the fact that you're getting basically double the content. So I mean, especially if you're a wrestling fan that doesn't have Peacock, I say get it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see. Hopefully, where WWE Network goes from here, especially here, because like let's remember, WWE Network on the Peacock is only to the U.S.
Yes,
customers. Any internationals, they have the app separate, so the app is still they're still gonna have a own standalone app still for that and everything. So and everything.
correct.
Um,
Now, if only we can get NJPW World on like Netflix or something, that'd be amazing.
we'll see.
Because I only have the app on my phone. I can't get it on any other.
We'll see.
Like I can't get it on my smart TV. I can't get it on my PS4. I have to only watch New Japan stuff on my phone, so that kind of sucks.
There's
Or
no cast.
computer,
There's
but
no casting feature.
no,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So moving on to our next topic. This is actually a topic, Manny, that I don't think you found in the doc because I had recently added it right when I ended work. So I don't know if you
that
saw it,
hmm,
but I'll make it quick and everything because just to give a quick rundown with it. So back in September, we did an episode where I talked about Xbox acquiring a known studio called Bethesda and all that stuff.
yes, I remember Bethesda because it's a funny name.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
we just got notice that the purchase has officially been approved for that.
Oh, okay.
So now, both here in the states and in Europe, there's like measures to approve these kind of like purchases and all that stuff. And
Correct.
it finally went through today and everything. So pretty much
Congratulations. First off.
officially as of pretty much as officially or when they talk about it though, Xbox owns Bethesda. They now own the properties such as Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all the and other studios such as like Arcane, who does the Dishonored franchise and everything like that. And pretty much the question people will ask is for those who don't pay attention to this stuff. What does this mean for current games and stuff like that, and games in the future from Bethesda and all that stuff? So every single game that's been currently out under Bethesda is still on multiple platforms, no matter what. Um, there are two games that are Deathloop and Tokyo Ghost Wire, if I said that
Cool.
correctly,
Oh,
which are exclusive to the PS5. Those will still be on the PS5, from what I've heard, and all that stuff. Those will not. They will not move to. They will not become multi-platform, and plus, like their release dates are really close too. So,
that'd be
um,
really hard. Yeah.
yeah, no word if the next because there is a next there's a new Elder Scrolls coming out. So,
Can't wait for that.
but we don't know that one and the other new game that's coming out, which is called Starfield. There's no confirmation of how where that one goes because that's still technically far away in a way.
Yeah.
And then most likely what we'll probably see once Microsoft, Xbox, and Bethesda talk more about what's going to happen. We're probably going to see most of these games on Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass now and all that stuff. A lot of these, we've already seen a couple of them already, such as like Doom Eternal and Skyrim Remastered are on Game Pass already. We're like any future games that come out will probably come to Game Pass day one, so that's gonna be interesting to see. And I know so, and then Manny has been recently a fan of Elder Scrolls Online. He doesn't need that will still be available to him. He doesn't need to worry
Yeah.
about that. That's not gonna get shut
Yeah.
down
Well,
or
I play
anything.
Skyrim anyways, and if Skyrim goes to the Xbox, I have Game Pass anyways. So.
Oh, that's oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying because I know you play Elder Scrolls
Oh
Online
yeah.
and all that stuff, and I know
Yeah, I really
that's
enjoy the
not
Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls communities and storylines. I really enjoy their world.
yeah
But
because
then that's honestly anything medieval themed, to be honest.
in a way.
Anything medieval or kind of the old world, I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole like like the mythical medieval stuff. I really like that. Like even like in movies or television shows, I'm just really drawn to that stuff. So yeah, that's really exciting to hear that it's gonna stay on PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, that's not yeah like any of those like I said, previous games are most likely gonna stay and all that stuff. Uh, from what it sounds like, future games are going to be the interesting ones. Like if it's gonna, on a case by case basis, from what it sounds like. Um, I heard rumors of this. There'll probably be more to talk about with this now that the acquisition is official and everything. So just keep your eyes peeled for this stuff if you are someone that likes these kind of games. Um, and all stuff.
And
Manual.
only has one console, especially.
Yeah,
Like if I didn't have Game Pass and Skyrim was like the next Skyrim was only coming to Xbox. You know what I mean?
he has game.
And
And he
then
has Game Pass.
yeah, I do. I want my last card.
And all that stuff.
For
I
those of you who don't understand that, when we went to E3, 2 years ago, I think,
yeah.
uh, somehow I ended up with three cards for a free year of Game Pass in all three of them.
And didn't
So
bother
I've had
and
3 years of free Game Pass.
didn't
So,
give me the other one because I got one that was free
well, the
and
thing is, I didn't notice either because I remember I grabbed one and you grabbed one when they were giving us the one in line.
yeah.
We scratched them off. We had a year, which apparently that those were rare, I think, because the dude in front of me only got a month. So I'm not sure.
Well, no, because like the thing was about that. I know I got a year. You got a year. I where I stayed at the time, I was like it was like one of these hostels still, so I had like other people in the rooms. The other
Yeah.
guy, my other technically, I guess you could say roommate, he got a year also, and another person too got a
Okay.
year, and all that stuff. The
Yeah.
but there was this one guy, this one dude that came in. He got 3 months
Damn.
and all that
Well,
stuff.
I could yeah, because I got home and I was like like taking out everything, making sure
Mm.
like putting stuff away, putting my clothes away, doing laundry, all that stuff. And like I look in the Xbox bag thing, and I was like, what the hell? And I ended up with three of them, three cards, and they all said a year of Game Pass. So I don't know, I just used them. But
Yeah, it doesn't bother to tell me and just give me the extra. Yeah, just one of them. I
I
didn't
was
want. I would have asked for just one. I wouldn't want to want it just one of it because I already
because
have one already.
I was like, what the hell? So 2022 is when I buy Game Pass again.
And stuff. Now, which mine is about to end soon because I had to get a 3 month earlier in the year, at the end of the
Yeah.
year.
So
Stuff.
I mean, thank you Game Pass or thank you Xbox for somehow me obtaining three cards. Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, and all that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, and then
but
yeah.
but no.
But I really enjoyed the Microsoft thing that we went to, the
Oh,
Microsoft building.
the whole thing itself,
Yeah,
that
the
section.
we didn't get to do the scavenger hunt or something like that on the bottom of the stage. You know how they did that thing?
No, we didn't.
Not the scavenger hunt, the like walkthrough. No, we didn't. Because we're underneath Gears. It was like a walkthrough, I think, underneath the stage.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get to do that, so it kind of sucked. But the line was huge, so
Because
like,
it was
it was
still.
either
But the
like
thing was, it was gear still. That's the thing. That's what it
yeah,
was.
it was like I mean, do you want to do a walkthrough or do you want to go view the rest of E3?
Yeah,
So yeah, no, but it was fun though. It was really fun.
we had a good time and all that
I
stuff.
wish we got to do E3 again this year, but Rona said no, so
Rona said
I'm like,
no
oh, never
last.
mind then.
Rona said no last year. It's gonna happen again this year,
Yep,
unless anything changes.
Rona's not a gamer.
Unless it changes as California gives the okay for Disneyland and other theme parks to reopen on April 1st with
Correct,
with
correct.
restrictions with restrictions. So
It's a smart move. April 1st. Say
I
we
kid you,
somehow slip back into a different color, they can just be like, it was an April Fool's joke.
I kid you not,
It's really smart.
I kid you not, because I remember when you sent me this last week,
Yeah,
and I saw the April 1st part on the article headline. I was like,
you're like, it's April
is
Fool's.
he joking with me right now? Like, don't play with my
That's what I
emotions.
thought. I was like reading this. I was like, if it's not an April Fool's joke, it's kind of smart doing it on April 1st for the reason I said. Like, if we slip back into purple or Orange County, I should say, which is currently at purple, expected to move to red.
Mm.
If for some reason Orange County slips back into purple, that's a pretty good joke. Like, I mean, you got a joke right there. The
Yeah,
American just be like, "Hey,
do you really
sorry,
think people are gonna laugh about that
April
though?
Fools."
People would be upset.
I would. I know a lot of people would be pissed. But but I mean, it's at least somewhat
Well, no,
of like a thing.
because like the thing is about this is like when you sent it to me, I was like, oh, this is actually happening because earlier in that day, there were talks about saying the governor was actually gonna announce this stuff and everything like
Yeah.
that, and come lo and behold, like when you sent that, I was like, oh, sweet, it's happening finally, and all that stuff.
And then you saw the date and you're like, I don't
I was like,
know.
I don't know about that now. And then like I started seeing the other articles and everything like that. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel better.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's legit. It's
I feel
legit.
better now. I feel better
So,
now.
but yeah, they're gonna be opening at limited capacity. Orange tier orange is at 15% capacity. Tier yellow, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even spell yellow right. Okay.
So
Anyways,
yeah, so
yellow's
red,
25.
yeah, red will be at 20. Red is 15%, orange 25%, yellow tier will be 35.
Oh, I got it different. I got it wrong. My bad.
Oh, I didn't
I
see this
said
part.
no. Orange is at 15. I thought.
No, it's the other. No,
I thought orange was at 15.
no,
Oh, it's red, yellow, orange. No, red, orange, yellow.
no. I didn't.
Anyways, yeah.
I didn't know this part. Attendance is
Which
only
one?
restricted to in-state visitors
Correct.
and all
So
that
as
stuff.
long as you're in the state of California, you're allowed to go. But
So,
I don't know
so,
right now. But
so
'cause I know
travel.
California's been open.
Well, no, 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 no. So California's, yeah, you can still travel to California and all that stuff, and you can.
No, DCA, DCA. Rides aren't open, but restaurants and food inside California Adventure is open, and you've been able to go in there for free without a ticket.
Well, yeah, that part,
You've
yeah,
just been
but
able to,
but
yeah,
to the
yeah,
parks though, I meant it's
yeah,
it's for in-state visitors. Meaning, if you plan on
yeah.
trying to come outside of California, it's not going to happen
Correct,
and all that stuff
correct.
and
Yep.
everything. So it's like,
So
but this also opens up the fact of the possibility of sports and live performances to be open based on a different criteria though for this stuff. Um,
yeah.
Two questions. One, how long will this last? Two, when are we going? When are we going back to Disneyland?
One, don't know yet. Depends on Rona. Two, soon.
Now,
I mean,
don't know
depends
yet.
on
That
Aunt Rona.
new
I'm gonna
no
call it Aunt
depends.
Rona. That sounds cool.
Does that
I
depend
like
on
that.
like on Rona and then the people who go and all that stuff?
It really, no, I don't know about the people who go. Um, because I mean Disney's already been doing it in Florida and Universal's been doing it in Florida amazingly well.
Yeah. So it's like
And they've been having not just the citizens of Florida, they've been having anybody.
yeah.
So if they manage it the same way they manage it in Florida, I feel like it can last. Um,
But so
but it depends how it's managed.
but well but the fact that it's now for Disneyland and Universal and
Yeah.
Hollywood, the fact that you think it makes it more easier for them though, because it's the fact that it's now restricted to in-state visitors.
Oh, I feel like it makes it a whole lot easier. They'll probably do it exactly the same, especially Disneyland. I don't know how Universal does it. I know they do it. Obviously, they take all the precautionaries even more. They go a step
Yeah.
and ahead above it. But I feel like they won't skimp on anything. But I feel like in a weird way, it'll be a little bit easier, like on their mind, um, because of the fact that it's only in California.
And
It
it's
doesn't limit it a whole lot because Rona is airborne,
yeah.
but I mean, I feel like in a weird way, in the back of their head, it'll still be a lot more at ease due to the fact that it's just California. You don't have in-state travels and out-of-state travels. Um, so I feel like they'll feel a lot more comfortable, but they'll still be as strict as they are in Disney World for a good reason, and they'll still be really on top of their guidelines and go a step ahead of other guidelines.
Yeah.
So
You kind of think you got to think of it this way though. It's like in a way, it's like you kind of think like the fact that it took this long to reopen. It's kind of like a
yeah.
blessing in a way for them, because one,
Oh,
they pretty much got to try this out back in Florida and all that stuff
yeah,
and everything. So that way it helps them prepare for the something for whenever it came to reopen in back in California. Secondly, it's only restricted to in-state visitors and all that stuff. That kind of makes sense now because the fact that once they move up to red, they can only put in 50% of attendance right
yeah.
now and all that stuff. So like that kind of helps them out
Especially
right
that.
there. Maybe if it hits
Yeah.
35%, I don't know if this in-state thing is more state mandate or if it's down to the county, if the counties can make that change where
Yeah.
once they hit yellow tier the 35%, maybe that in-state thing might get removed and all that stuff.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know the whole thing about. I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know the
I
whole.
don't really know the large percentage, restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about that one. I know more of like at this stage we can open restaurants and stuff like that. I know that, but I don't really know percentages like that. If that's more of just the county or more of the actual state
Yeah.
giving that,
That in-state
authority. But
restriction. Yeah. The in-state
yeah,
restriction. Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense if at yellow tier they implement, more citizens from different states can come in. It would make sense, but then it also makes sense for them to keep it in state only. It also makes sense for them to do that
Well,
at yellow tier.
In
So
California specifically, most likely.
Yeah, due to the fact that California is such a big state. I don't know if it's bigger than Florida. Or I think it's the same size as Florida, right? Or no, it's bigger, huh?
Yeah.
It's bigger, I think, on population wise. So it does make sense, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to play it by ear, to be honest. Um, as far as when we're going,
Summertime?
pretty soon. I can see it in the summertime, yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, June 15th, I'm free.
Huh?
I mean, June 15th, I'm free.
Hey, we'll see
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
I really like going for birthdays. But you know what else is a Disney thing? Downtown Disney. That's opening too. Well, that's been open,
It's
but
been open though.
slowly opening, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been slowly opening more and more and more due to the guidelines, but it's getting better and better. I feel like they're how do you say it? That's always been a really good place to chill. But I feel like they've been putting in more effort, it feels like over the past years to make it just better and better as much as they can. So it's been really cool to see the development change, from not having hardly anything at the back end to slowly implementing more things. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's that. I think Ricky's looking at the percentage margins.
No, I was looking for
I
something
think, right?
else.
Oh, okay.
I was getting ready for
Well,
a.
let us know
I
if
was
you
getting.
guys wanna,
Oh
if
yeah.
you guys in the comments are gonna go to the parks when they open. If you live in California, obviously, let us know if you guys are gonna go to the parks. If you guys are interested, and if you guys are Disneyland Park fans or Disney Park fans, and if you've been to Florida in the recent months, and let us know how it's been there with their guidelines and stuff, and how you guys feel about it.
So the one thing that I'm gonna be excited for once Disneyland is open and the one place I want to go to.
Marvel Land.
Exactly. Or Avengers Campus is what it's called, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah,
And all stuff.
yeah,
I'm excited for that. And all stuff. But you know
that
what?
looks awesome.
But you know what else I was excited for? WandaVision.
Justice League. Oh,
I hate you so much.
I knew where it was going, so I was like, I want to say Justice League. Oh man.
But no, okay.
Yeah.
The time has come. We have gotten to the season finale of WandaVision, as the title is called, the series finale, which is
Yep.
which begs the question before we go into like spoilers and all other stuff and stuff. Do you think we will get another WandaVision season of sorts or anything like that in the
No,
future?
it's done.
Or,
Done.
or is this it? Yeah.
This is it. This is the end game, if I might say.
It's kind
No?
of.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No. But I believe I think this week we get how it's made on WandaVision, correct? Right?
So Friday. So yeah, this Friday is the making of and all that stuff.
Yeah, the making of. There we
So
go.
pretty much, that's
Behind the scenes.
pretty much next week's episode is like pretty much our break in a way of review of
Yeah.
doing our reactions to this stuff because this Friday is just the making of, but then not
Yeah.
next week but the episode that for the next week after is when we start reacting to. We'll give our
Falcon and
expressions.
Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes.
I'm extremely happy for that because I was going into this phase. I was looking more forward to Falcon and Soldier over WandaVision. Um, I still am. WandaVision was amazing. Don't. I'm not going to discredit that. That was an amazing show, amazing series. But I'm still really looking forward to that, just because I love the what do you say, the Captain storyline, I guess, Captain America storyline. I mean, he is my second favorite hero, so that makes sense. But I mean, obviously, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really seeing the whole. I really like the chemistry between Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love the chemistry they have. So see how it goes. But Ricky, you can go ahead and
I'm excited.
state your.
I'm just excited for the show in general. It's like it's all that stuff. I mean, I am the big MCU fan and all that stuff, and it's like, of course,
Yep.
just fact that we get this week off technically and all that stuff. Though I am excited to watch the making of WandaVision episode special and all that stuff, and then we're going back into the MCU, but in a different tone, pretty much of what we got from WandaVision and all that stuff, and just jumping right into something new, something special, something exciting to know. Like, will we see Falcon become Captain America throughout this series? That's the theory of what this season might lead into. or show.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for it. I'm just ready. Let's go. I'm excited. Let's just. I'm just ready for it already.
Um, which one was America Chavez gonna be in?
Uh, Strange.
Was that Falcon and Soldier? Oh no, that's Strange. There we go. Okay, never mind. I couldn't remember to be honest. Um,
No, she's gonna be in Strange.
okay, never mind.
But no, let's. But let's get to it. Final
Yeah.
episode of WandaVision. Uh,
Yes, um I was taking notes for this during the episode. Well, I watched it multiple times. I watched it unprotected, and I watched it protected again in the second
what is
time. I
that?
took notes on the second round.
What is that?
I took notes on this. I don't know.
Did you
I
say
don't
like I was like protected
know.
unprotected? What?
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, I watched it first, with the family, and then I watched it again to take notes and to have just pick up on stuff I didn't see.
I've seen it twice. I would have saw it a couple more times if I wasn't like trying to relax. Like if I was like
Busy?
no that and I was trying to be like relaxed and all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
because you were hella busy.
enjoying the day, just laying on the couch
Enjoying
and enjoying
life.
it. Yeah, and all that
Uh,
stuff. But I
yeah, I
I
have a couple
I
that
love
maybe you
this
can
episode.
elaborate.
I love this episode. I know people can have will have their gripes about certain parts of the episode.
But then the parts that they have their gripes on is their fault. Like
Well, no, not
I,
like I don't mean that by that kind of gripe. That those gripes, the like the fan theory
oh okay,
gripes. I mean, I
oh
know.
okay.
So pretty much the fight scenes. I guess people could say they're a little lackluster and
I
all that stuff.
I I wouldn't call it lackluster in my opinion.
Mm.
In my opinion, it was. I feel like they could have done so much more with the whole magic thing. Um, Not so much as in like I understand what they were going for because she was just casting runes. So the whole thing is like she wanted to make the runes.
That
That's why she was just
that
shooting.
part right
It
there,
does make sense.
I actually enjoy. I enjoyed how they
I
did
did
that.
enjoy that part, but I feel like a lot of times a lot of this fight scenes, I feel like they could have done a large majority of the fight scene. I feel like they could have did something cooler, I guess you could say. Um, Other than just the shooting laser beams and then absorbing it. But I feel like they could do something cooler with it. Like I don't know what, but like it's magic. You can do anything, really.
Yeah,
Like
but it's like
I'm not saying go ahead and do Green Lantern and do like a hammer or like what I mean, not doing that kind of stuff, but
no.
like something cooler, like more spell looking things, like maybe kind of show the thing, not show it, but I don't know. I feel like they could do something cool though within the fight scene. Um, the Vision fight scene was really cool. The Vision sequences that they had
That was
was really
amazing.
cool.
That was
It
amazing.
was amazing. Especially the ending. The conclusion to their fight made so much sense, especially for the Vision character. It was an amazing conclusion to that fight. I
Yeah,
don't know where he went.
because it's like with that right
But
there, it's like you're pretty much you're not killing Vision, but you are pretty much
setting them free.
setting him free, but also introducing this new character in a way that is still it's still
Correct.
Vision.
Yeah.
It is still Vision, but
And
like
it was such a Vision way to end the Vision versus Vision fight.
such
Like
a Vision.
no fight I've ever seen in the real world ends with them explaining the ship of Theseus. Like it was an amazing thing. Because I mean, Vision is the philosophical Avenger of the MCU. Like it's an amazing way to finish a fight scene between two Visions, especially. Um, and it's an amazing tie-in too. It's an amazing question to ask, especially because it mirrors this Vision so much. Um, Everybody knows the ship of Theseus. I'm not gonna get into that, but it makes so much sense within the question and the story within the Vision storyline, especially right now.
Because
So I don't know. I feel like
it's literally talking about himself.
exactly, yeah. It's amazing. It's an amazing conclusion and amazing way to wrap up their altercation. And also the actual fight scenes were actually really cool with the whole Vision turning, like the whole like he blocks his arm, but he like goes like he phases through his arm halfway. It was really cool. We got to see that he does have the laser beam still, or I like to say gazer beam, but not just using the Mind Stone. It's like a bluish orb with his power source. So
Oh
that was
yeah,
really cool. The part where he sets them free as well, and he gives them the memories, and it kind of turns the golden yellow and then turns back to blue is actually really cool. Um, Seeing him with the regular eyes was a little weird at first. Seeing like an all white Vision with human eyes was a little weird. I think I preferred him with like the android eyes. I thought that made more sense for the actual white costume,
Well,
but it
no,
does make sense why they went with human eyes.
yeah, because it's supposed to be it needs to revert back to him.
Yeah, it
Showing
does make
the
sense.
android part is just more the fact that he is a machine. He is more a machine,
Yeah,
and he is the one that's actually being more controlled and all that stuff.
yeah. So, I mean, and it also, here's the thing, a lot of people are like, why did he go back to Wanda? Well, the whole thing is Vision gave him the memories, he didn't give him the emotions.
Yeah,
So he still is emotionless. So he doesn't really have a love emotion for Wanda. He has the memories that he did love her, but he doesn't, in a weird way, he doesn't love her as of right now.
he needs he. It's pretty much like a soul searching kind of thing. He needs to figure out of like who he
Yeah,
is
he needs to figure out himself before he can.
before he moves before he goes on and whatever that leads to in the future.
Yeah, and also looking back at it, I feel like that's the reason Vision didn't tell her before he passed away. You know what I mean? Or not passed away. He died. He didn't pass.
Oh,
But
at the end, when the hex was closing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that was one of my first questions. Like, why didn't Vision tell Wanda I'm out there? But the whole thing is
Well, I
like
mean, like it kind of
he
like
has he knows
it kind of like hinted
he
at it.
knows he has to find himself before he can find Wanda. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like I mean, like they kind of
So
like hinted at it in a way. It's like when she said,
yeah,
"We'll see each other," like something like "We'll see each other again" or something like that. I don't remember the
yeah,
exact line and everything like that. So it's like it shows that like we like this they will be together again, but we don't know what that
yeah.
outcome will be when that
When,
happens.
why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or what? Yeah, again, like we don't know when, where, we don't know the outcome of what it will be once it happens, and all that stuff. Like it will like we see something might happening in the future within the MCU and all that stuff. That's why it's
yeah.
like that's why I asked that earlier question. It's like, do you think we'll probably see like another season of this? But it's not the whole classic shows and all that stuff and everything like that. Like this is more of like
Yeah.
they've vision
Real world,
visions
just
vision like vision has like figured out what he is. They meet with Wanda and it's like this they figure out of like what they are now and all that stuff and everything like
yeah.
that.
No, I feel like it's gonna be done over the movies or other shows. I don't think it's gonna be another season. Um, Pietro, he's just boner.
Don't care. I was like
Uh,
I saw that I was like okay.
uh, I can see why people are mad. Um,
But
I don't know. I feel like some.
should they though? In all honesty,
Well, the whole thing is, don't you want to go away from the already X-Men established continuity in the X-Men verse? Don't you want to lead away from that because of how it ended
no,
and how it
yeah, I
is?
get that, but it's
So
like
like, he-
we have to figure like the thing is about the whole Evan Peters thing in general and all that stuff. It's like of course like as soon as when I saw him and all that stuff, I freaked out also. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same
yeah,
time, it's like I don't know where this is gonna head. I can't automatically assume just because of the fact of we have Madness and Multiverse coming out in the future, and of course the whole Spider-Man no what is it called now? No Way Home
No Way Home.
or something like that.
Is it No Way Home?
I think so. But it's
I think
supposed to
it's No
have
Way
like
Home.
it's supposed to have multiverse implications and all that stuff to it.
Yeah, because WandaVision leads into Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah, and
So I mean, it could.
it WandaVision leads into Madness, Multiverse of Madness, but it also has some implications into Spider Man.
Implications on the Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I understand. I'm okay with the fact that he's not Quicksilver from a different universe that we know of.
I was right.
Um,
No Way Home.
it is. Oh,
Yeah.
it's only okay. Um, I mean, do I think he was Wu's um, what do you call it? Damn it. Undercover, not undercover. Secret Service, not Secret Service.
Was it? Wait, are you referring to the
Uh,
fact that he was someone else entirely,
no rumor.
or
No, the rumor is that he was Wu's inside guy.
oh that
Um,
yeah that was the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's him. There's still
Oh
some theories to it. I still don't think it's him because one, Wu would have recognized him on the television screen because Wu was watching him on
yeah
while the show was still alive. He
yeah
would have recognized him. He would have
yeah
been like, "That's my guy." Also, you can't be an actor if you're in Secret Service, like if you're being hidden, as well
Oh,
as on the
witness
papers.
protection.
Witness protection. There you go. I knew I was getting it wrong. I couldn't remember. Um, Also, the fact is, on his bill, it said overdue. The
Well, yeah, no,
government
no,
pays for your amenities
yeah, it's
while
like
you're in witness protection.
yeah, like
He wouldn't have had an overdue bill. Like
yeah,
you,
that's already established. Like he was a resident of Westview. Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of people were saying that what that's the
Oh,
rumor right now. I don't believe it is. I don't believe
wait,
he's who's witness protection for.
the rumor right now is that he is Wu's witness protection agency.
Yeah, he's Wu's witness protection guy.
It's not that
It doesn't make sense to
the
me.
rumor.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
the rumor is already denied for the fact that he has a bill and all that stuff, and it's already known that he lives in that house.
Yeah, and it's overdue, and the government would have he would have been perfectly fine. It wouldn't have been overdue. So it's not him. And then for the fact, like I said before, Wu would have recognized him.
Yeah,
Uh, so it's not him. Uh, are they gonna do something with him? I don't know. Maybe. Uh, but I
I think
don't
it's
think
done.
he is. Yeah, I think it was just a one and done.
Yeah,
Um, do I feel like people are looking into this whole thing because
I mean,
it's the first. I mean, if you think about it though, this would have already, I feel like people wouldn't have looked into this as much if it was originally going to come out because wasn't like two movies or shows supposed to come out before this, right? Because it was going to be Black Widow and then something else, right?
so Widow was supposed. No, 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 no. Actually, if I remember correctly of how this was supposed to. Oh wait, never mind. I'm saying this all wrong.
It was
It
Widow
was
and
this. It was
then
supposed to be the. If I'm correct, the second or fourth show, fourth thing in the MCU that was supposed to
yeah.
come out.
So I feel like if this would have came out in the timeline that it would have came out in the Phase 5, in the Phase 4, five, my bad, four,
Four,
Phase 4, huh?
four.
Yeah, my bad. Um, it wouldn't have been as looked into. But I feel like since a lot of people were so
No,
starved of content,
no,
I feel like people were just
no.
starved from
Because like
content. They
here's the
were
thing.
looking for pain in
Like
the
here's the thing about WandaVision. Because uh, and this just depends. Because Widow is a past story. Set is a story set in the past. So there probably would have been much like future stuff reflecting it, unless like say all that stuff. The next show after that,
except Ursa Major.
stop with that, okay? Okay, let's even with okay, no, even with Ursa Major, that wouldn't have anything to
Well,
like.
maybe. Nah, that
No,
wouldn't.
no,
That's right. You're right.
no. Falcon and Winter Soldier doesn't will is more even though it's set after Endgame. Also, that probably would have been more separate to it and all that stuff.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more.
Um, I think the only thing probably, but then again, I have to look at the original release order for all this to know for sure of where this played, because maybe before that or even after it, it would have been Eternals, and then
Oh, okay.
Eternals maybe probably would have been the closest thing, maybe.
Yeah, that's if Eternals was before it. Yeah,
But that's the
but
thing.
I I
But that's the thing though.
I feel like
I think I think no, I think even after whatever was before WandaVision in the original release order, I think it probably would have
yeah.
amped up. I think it would have probably multiplied of what we got right now.
You think?
Probably.
I don't I don't think so. I just figured a lot of people were just starved from content, so they were just searching for any little thing they could. Um,
But no, it's not even. I don't even think it's for starve. It was starvation and all that stuff. It's just more the fact of like people were looking that the certain parts that there were certain parts in certain scenes, and then people were automatically like jumping to like what this could be. The whole
Conclusions,
the
yeah,
whole astro space thing and all engineer thing, how that automatically was supposed to be Reed Richards and all that stuff, which
yeah.
and it didn't end up happening and all stuff. How like
By the way, I was right on that. It was confirmed that it was that military woman.
no, I believe
That
that.
was actually confirmed.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
cause no, cause remember the episode we were like, I don't know yet. You know what I mean?
I mean, if
The
it
episode that we did the review
yeah,
on.
like if it is or isn't, I mean, like at the end of the day, I didn't trip really.
Yeah,
Damn, this shows current. This shows the current list of what's been out. I don't know. I want to know the
damn it.
original list.
Um, Yeah, but I mean, we would because we would have had New Mutants, then we would have had
New Mutants didn't
Black
doesn't
Widow.
count.
New Mutants was decent.
It doesn't count though as an
Yeah, it
MCU.
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Um, did I like it? Yes, for a different reason. Uh, I liked it because I was kind of amped up because it related to Mr. Sinister. Not yeah, Mr. Sinister, and that was awesome. But I mean, yeah. Anyways, but I mean, I've I've already said all I said. I don't have any more questions on this.
Well, cause like
The ending was cool. Uh,
like how I see it is more of the fact. I gotta look at my notes. What's the notes I had? Was that
I mean,
Phase?
I got a couple of the notes. What is she drinking at the end of the thing? Was it tea? Was it coffee? We don't know.
Really,
That
you're concerned of what Widow was drinking at the.
not Widow.
I mean, not Widow. Wanda.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, I mean, does she need tea to kind of relax her while she's, looking for her kids? I
I
don't know.
you said you
Was
meant
that Wolverine's cabin?
you
It could
mentioned.
it
Okay, you're repeating what you mentioned before we started the podcast, and I'm gonna say it again.
could be written out.
One, that wasn't actually Wanda. Remember, that was not actually Wanda.
No, no, it was an astral projection.
It was an astral projection and all that stuff. Two, it's not Wolverine's place. I was more, and I
I
compared it
know.
from what I
I know.
heard, and all that stuff. What I heard the comparison from was more of the Incredible Hulk's hidden place and all that stuff.
That makes sense.
That's what I heard the comparison
Um,
for.
no, that makes more sense. But that'd be hilarious still. Anyways, and also the bunny, nothing. Um,
Yeah, we didn't.
I don't know why they didn't just go with the cat.
Yeah,
Uh,
we didn't get nothing on the bunny.
yeah, we didn't get nothing on the bunny. Nothing on that weird bug she was looking at either. I would kind of like to know what that was as
What book
well.
she was looking at?
Remember episode 8 when she goes to the house because she's like, "Where the boys at?" And they're like, "She's in the basement." And like she looks around and it's
Oh,
like
the
the
bug.
bunny and then that
Yeah,
weird bug on the thing. I kind of want to know what that even if it wasn't anything, I would like to know why they chose having a bug there and her like looking at the bug and showing the bug like full screen. The mailman, I figured the mailman was something. Because he had a lot of lines and they were showing him. But I mean, I guess he was just a mailman. Um, or a pizza man. He was a pizza man in real life. I think he was a pizza man, right? When they showed in episode 7, I think, or no 8, I think he was a pizza guy, correct?
wait, what? Sorry.
Before he became, I think he was a pizza guy, but so he's just a regular person. He wasn't anything as well. So that was crazy. But other than that, I mean, I'm just thinking we just got hit ourselves, to be honest. We just started looking at any little thing to see if it was the next clue. Um,
I was trying to enjoy the show.
well, it was as well, but still it's funny.
I mean,
It's
there
fun
was.
to
I mean,
kind of
it's cool
guess.
to like hear these theories and all that stuff and hear about what
Yeah.
can be.
There's only one thing I'm holding out for, and that's Man Thing. I'm still holding out for Man Thing. Yeah. I feel like maybe in Doctor Strange they were in the Man Thing or something. Maybe. Uh, I hope. But it's cool. The Vision was who he was talking about. What's his name? The guy actor who plays Vision, Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany was talking about
Was he
himself.
was
Yeah,
talking about he was talking about himself. He was just trolling.
yeah.
Um, I'm okay with that. That was funny. That
I
was
was
funny.
like when it came to that, I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. That's not gonna be a big deal and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it was like
Um,
I think at the end of the day, I think it was like here's what I was coming out with this show. I really didn't. I really wasn't. I think we were gonna get a good show and enjoy it and all that stuff. I wasn't thinking. I never thought that it was this was we were gonna get some like big cameo or anything like that or big thing.
I
I
was
was
expecting like end credit of the final episode. We're gonna see like Doctor Strange or something.
I really wasn't
Um,
as much.
I wasn't expecting anything during the show or even in the final battle. I wasn't expecting anything. I was more of expecting like I said, like mid credit after episode 9, we're gonna see something like maybe very small. Um, which we did, but we didn't get a cameo, but I'm still okay with it. Um, what else was there? There's a couple other things I had. Hold on. I think that's it, actually. The cinematic fight. Yes. Oh, what is she drinking? Maureen's cabin. Uh, yeah, no, that's about it. That's the only really cons I had, and they weren't even cons. It was more of just like our own fault and our own doing. Um,
Okay,
I mean,
to
what
sorry,
happened?
just to revert back to what we're talking about when this was supposed to be originally released. So
Yeah.
it was originally the show was originally announced as a early 2021 release originally. So
Oh, okay.
it stuck the landing still, but apparently it was supposed to be moved. It got moved to December 2020. So if judging by the original lineup from what I can think, yeah, this would have been like the last one of that year of last year.
Oh, okay.
So it would have been after Eternals for sure. I know that for
Oh,
sure
okay.
because Eternals was supposed to be November 2020. I know that one. I remember that one for sure.
Oh, okay.
And it would
Okay.
have been after. Oh, yeah, and it would have been after Falcon and Winter Soldier because Falcon was supposed to come out in the fall, around the fall time or late summer
Okay.
of last year. So yeah, so this was so to repeat. I still think this probably would have got the same, if not more, uh, theories and all stuff, just because of what this show, how this show is from after watching it too,
Yeah, maybe.
and all that stuff.
Maybe.
I don't know, but it also depends. Like the other thing is depends on because like here's the thing about it. The other stuff we have not seen yet. We're gonna see Falcon next week and all that stuff, but we don't know how that show ends. We don't know how Black Widow ends and all that stuff.
Correct.
We don't know how Eternals and all that stuff. So we don't know of what they show, what post credit scene they're gonna probably provide and all that stuff, and what it's gonna bring and all that stuff. So it's like and also so it makes sense of why people will fan theory this because especially for it being now the first entry of Phase Four and all that stuff. But it's just at the
Yeah.
same time, it's just like maybe these theories are a little too much in a way and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like I get it. Like we want the Reed Richards. The only reason why I think the Reed Richards thing, I'm not saying it overhyped it in all in a way. I think the only reason why that got was more of a thing is for the fact that before that it wasn't. That's when the Fantastic Four got announced as a Marvel Studios
Yeah.
film and all that stuff. So it makes
Yeah.
sense to people to bring that and all that stuff, and which is reasonable. But I think for us and for me more particularly, like I don't understand why people will be upset that their theory didn't
Yeah.
come out.
I'm not upset because it was still an amazing show,
No. Like
but
I'm just yeah, like
I don't understand why people would. Because even if say that everybody did think like what we did as well that Pietro or Boner was Pietro. I don't understand why you'd be upset that he wasn't. Like it's
yeah,
not that big of a deal.
yeah,
Like we're gonna eventually get
like
some side of mutants. Just
yeah.
wait for Black Widow. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, it's not that big of a thing. Like it's not that big of a deal that we didn't get. We're gonna eventually get the multiverse. I mean, we got a name. Multiverse of Madness. Like we're gonna eventually get it. It's just it's not yet. I mean, if anything, that makes it better because now we have to wait
I
longer.
mean, like literally, if we're like it's starting, like literally the end credit scene literally starts that in a way, and all that
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like from the comparison I got to that from what I heard from someone I watch, they compared that scene similar to how the end credit scene in Doctor Strange one happened, how it was
Oh,
Thor and
okay.
everything like that. But that was an actual that actually what actually became an actual scene in Thor Ragnarok
Yeah.
and all stuff. So this is probably the most similar. This is probably going to be like somewhat the similar thing. How we're
I
seeing
can
this
see
right
this
now.
being like the start location for Doctor Strange. Like maybe
I don't see it as a start location. I think it's more of like it's a scene that's coming up and all that stuff. We're probably going to get and all that stuff where it's like how it wasn't the beginning scene in Ragnarok. It was more towards getting into the second act in a way
yeah, yeah. So you
and all that
think
stuff.
like maybe there's a scene where like somewhere in the movie where she's studying something in her cabin is basically what you're saying.
It's she yeah like she's in
Yeah.
the cabin and all that stuff and everything like that. like the beginning scene is most likely we're gonna have Strange and all that stuff, and then it's like something happens there and all that stuff where it ends up to occurring to fact of finding out. Then it will lead us into that scene that we saw,
Yeah,
and also, and I could be wrong, which is fine, but that's fine, and all that stuff
true, true.
and everything. Uh,
Um,
I just don't think
I really hope that Doctor Strange comes out in theaters. To be honest, or that I get to watch it in theaters.
we get to watch it in
I
theaters.
honestly really hope that. I really hope. I mean, it's gonna be hard to top it, to top, because the last movie I watched in theaters was one of the greatest movies ever made. I mean, X-Men Dark Phoenix. But I mean, but no, I really hope that I get to watch it in theaters. I feel like it'd be an amazing movie to watch, like in Dolby Digital or something like that.
I miss that so much.
That was the last movie that I did watch in theaters. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I do regret watching it in Dolby Digital. I do regret
that was our
watching
first time.
Dark Phoenix
The
in Dolby
first time
Digital.
we experienced a Dolby Cinema movie, it had to be Dark Phoenix.
Yes. Honestly,
No,
too, going
you saw
make
Spider. You
going
saw
to that movie.
you saw Spider Man. That was after
Was
that.
that after Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it was Spider-Man. So we ended on a good note then. We ended on a good note. But we did not end Dolby Digital on a good note. Uh,
Yeah, we did.
honestly, too, go. No, the last Dolby Digital, the only Dolby Digital movie I saw was.
Dolby Cinema. You saw Spider. We saw
Yeah,
Spider Man in Dolby Cinema.
we did.
Yeah,
I don't know. We
we did.
did we?
Yes.
Was that when I lost my shoe? No.
No, that's when my that was when what happened to my car with the thing.
Oh yeah, and we had a zip tie with a Knox cord.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so that was Spider-Man. Okay, I was merging those two. I was merging the aux cord and the shoe at the same time.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
nah, it was like it was more of the fact. Yeah, I know it was Spider Man for sure. I know Spider Man was one because I remember that. I know it was Spider Man, and but I could be wrong, but I don't remember. Um, I'm just waiting. I'm honestly just waiting. Like I said, like I'm with all these theories. Like don't get me wrong, awesome theories. I love the ideas behind them and what where they lead to
Yeah,
and all that stuff. But it's like I at the end of the day, they were just theories, and I didn't want to. For me, it was more like I just want to enjoy the show because I love what's. Because at the end of the day, it's like I everything else that was like MCU expansions and ideas of that leads off. But
yeah,
at the end of this day, this story is about grief and all that
yeah.
stuff
It really is.
and all that stuff. And then you see Wanda becoming like from from the end of the from the start to the end of this of like getting to know this person so much more than what she was from Age of Ultron, Civil War, and in the last two Avenger movies and all that stuff. That you learn so much more about her and
Yeah,
everything. And it's just like literally because we haven't got to the what I think is the cool. What I think was the most coolest part was when she got the costume and everything.
it was an amazing costume as well.
That
It
felt
was an
earned. In
amazing
all honesty, like
design.
in times of things of when you feel something feels earned, that felt earned right there.
Yeah,
That literally felt earned and all that stuff. And I'm just like, that is I'm like, that's awesome. That's amazing. This is totally worth it.
just like the build up to the final battle in Dark Phoenix. It felt amazing. It was written perfectly. It was done right, and the battle felt earned. The best. No, I'm not gonna persuade you with Dark Phoenix. Going to that movie, I knew it was gonna be bad too. Like traveling to the theater to go and watch that movie, I was like, "This is gonna be a bad movie." I already know
And we
it.
try to give it the benefit. We were trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, really,
We really were.
and all
We
that
were
stuff.
like, maybe in Dolby Digital is gonna be better, and then it just wasn't.
It wasn't,
It just wasn't.
and everything.
And I was like, I mean, maybe they did it better than the first time they tried it, and tried to put it all in one movie. Maybe them putting it all in one movie in this time would work, and it just doesn't.
No, it didn't.
There's
Freaking
there's
Wanda,
honestly no way you can make
freaking
Dark
WandaVision,
Phoenix in one movie.
WandaVision did did better than what Dark Phoenix could in either of those and all that stuff. Because you have to look
Yeah,
at because if you look at it, it's similar in a way because it's
it really is.
because the Scarlet because
It
like the
really
Scarlet
is.
Witch is an actual thing, like an actual type of
Exactly.
entity
Yeah.
of itself. It's not like how it is in the comics and all that stuff. Like it's an entity of sorts and everything like that. And it feels like interesting and worth it to know about it.
Yeah.
and then like
I mean,
and Wanda getting
Dark
earning that thing in a way, like
that power and that name.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that if MCU does a Dark Phoenix, it'd be cool. Um, and then if you want to, like Thor even has relations with the Phoenix. Um, as we saw in the recent comic, apparently that's Thor's real mother. Apparently, I don't know if they're gonna go with that because that's kind of a weird thing to go with. But I mean, you could, I guess, to bring in more Avengers if you wanted. Um, I feel like MCU can do a whole lot better with Dark Phoenix. Um, but New Mutants was decent.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything really.
I'm saying this because I've seen it yesterday, Friday. I seen it Friday.
Can we finish WandaVision though?
No, I just wanted to say it because I recently watched it and I had to say it because it's not bad, it's not amazing,
I feel like
but it's not Dark
I
Phoenix.
feel
You know
like
what I
you're
mean?
I feel like you're trying to like convince me to watch it, but you're having a hard time of
I
how to say it.
Because like it's not Captain America First Avenger, but then it's not Dark Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like,
I actually like First Avenger, so you can't do that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. First Avenger's way up here is what I'm saying. Because it's my favorite MCU movie. And then down here, I just can't show it because then you wouldn't be able to see it. If I say Dark Phoenix is down here, so like you wouldn't be able to see it. So like, it didn't make sense for me to be like, and Dark Phoenix is down here because then you can't see it. But like, as of like the best and the worst superhero movies, you know what I mean? Like, First Avengers right here. Maybe Wolverine Origins is like down there, and then it's Dark Phoenix. But like, you know, it's nowhere near those two in general. It's like in the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's It's not horrible. It's a one-time watch, and you're like, all right, I had that in my mind. You know what I mean? Um, but it's good. It's good. I mean, it
Okay.
deserves a little. That's decent. You know what I mean? It doesn't deserve hate, but it doesn't deserve praise either.
Yeah. So we have four
I
particular
think you should watch it.
characters uh, that I'm gonna ask about. Will we see Agnes again in a future title?
Yes, I
Uh,
feel like they set it up for that.
yeah.
I don't know when or where,
Do you
but
think
I do believe we're gonna somehow see her.
we might see her in Strange?
I don't think so. I feel like that'd be too soon to
Okay.
use her.
Um, Jimmy Woo,
Yes,
and then
definitely.
what? Now, do we?
Uh, Ant-Man, Quantumanium.
Okay, that's one. Now, also in the
Yeah.
comics, he actually is part of what's called Agent of Atlas. I don't know if I remember correct. If I remember that's the name, and that's the whole Asian Avenger style kind of thing with a bunch of
You think
characters.
like Shin Lee maybe?
Shang Chi, because Shang Chi's supposed to come out this year.
Shang-Chi, my bad, Shin.
Shang Chi
Yeah,
comes out this
maybe.
year,
I
and
mean,
all that
it'd be
stuff.
cool.
I mean,
It'd be really cool.
it's an option. It's a theory.
It's an
It's a theory.
option.
It's a theory, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So we see that.
Maybe like he's like their Nick Fury.
I think that's what he is technically.
That makes sense.
I
It'd be
haven't
kind of cool to
I
see
haven't
that.
I haven't
Like,
read up. I haven't done
mhm.
my research on them as much particularly, which I need to do.
Yeah,
Particular for them. Um, Darcy. Darcy. Do we see her again?
definitely. Definitely. I can see her maybe somehow making an appearance in Thor: Love and Thunder. I would
That's
love to see her in Thor:
that's
Love
the
and Thunder.
rumor, and also because
Um, yeah.
and
And I would love to see her maybe like talk about this,
but they're already
like in
and they're also like but they're already filming Love and Thunder, so
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have to have a big part, but I can see her maybe they go to get maybe some questions answered or maybe a little bit of information, or she can just be like hanging out with them maybe at one point in the beginning or at the end. I would love to see her maybe like explain some of the stuff that happened in WandaVision to them. I feel like that'd be really cool, really funny,
but
maybe.
I don't think
Um,
Thor for
it's
Thor
not needed.
no for Thor in particular. I don't know if this movie will be set on Earth.
Well, but then you also need to
Because I know the one thing
you also need to think about what's her name? What's her name?
for Jane, yeah, for Jane in particular,
Yeah,
yeah,
Jane
that.
Foster.
But that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
if it is going to be, is it if protective like most likely or probably is going to be set. There is going to be a setting in Earth. Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Is there going to be for a time? Is it going to be for a certain? How much time is it going to be on Earth for it?
Probably very little, but I can imagine maybe she's like talking with Darcy, and then like for some reason Thor comes and he's like, "Hey, I need you," and then or for some reason I don't even know the storyline, but like well nobody does, but like maybe he comes and picks her up for some reason, and he's like, "Jane, I need you," and then Darcy stays on Earth. But I feel like she'd make like a small cameo, maybe like I said in the beginning, she's talking with Jane, or maybe like she's not in it, and then the for some reason the mid credit is just her talking to the scientist or the doctor. What's his name? The one that built the thing for Loki in Avengers 1.
Salvik.
Yeah, maybe she's like talking to him
So
at the
Thor.
end, like over coffee, and then she's maybe explaining her experience with Wanda, maybe over coffee or something.
Uh,
I can see that. Maybe as being like a mid credit.
so
Maybe
Thor.
it cuts to like her talking to him.
So Thor is May of next year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the timeline works after all this stuff
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
But I definitely see Wu being almost certainly in Ant-Man and the Wasp for some reason.
For Wu.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. And next, we have Monica. Now it's already
Well, she's confirmed
confirmed
for
for
Captain Marvel too.
that's confirmed. Now, also based on the mid-credit scene, will we see her in the future uh, Disney Plus series Secret Invasion?
I think most likely. I can see her being in Secret Invasion. I can also see her maybe being in Miss Marvel. I don't know how or why,
No,
but I have a feeling she might be in it.
I just see Captain
Yeah.
Marvel too in Secret Invasion. Miss Marvel, not yet.
It'd be weird,
Yeah,
but
because I don't
maybe.
see much about
Yeah,
her.
it depends what happens.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, definitely I can see Secret Invasion happening because it kind of sets it up almost.
yeah,
And then I can definitely see well it was confirmed in Captain Marvel too. So yeah.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, those are that's what it seems like for those shows and all that stuff and everything. Uh, but I'm excited.
I am, I
It,
am.
it'll be interesting. So this was harder than I expected when I did this. So I did a ranking like before Infinity War, and
Hmm.
I had to post it on Instagram, and I had to go back to it because I had to add four more movies, I think, and this. And so I this is before I add in WandaVision. So this is what I have. Should I start from the
Oh,
bottom
okay.
or the top?
Start from the bottom.
Okay, so 23. Yes, we're that deep into the MCU. Incredible Hulk.
Really? You like Turbo Hulk?
Just let me go through the list. Then I will let you speak. I will let you say your stuff because I know you probably will say some things.
Okay.
23.
No, it's just
Let
more like
23. Incredible Hulk. 22. Thor. 21. Thor: The Dark World. 20. Iron Man 2. 19. Captain America: The First Avenger. 18. Age of Ultron. 17. Iron Man 3. 16. Doctor Strange. 15. Captain Marvel. 14. Far From Home. 13. Ant Man and the Wasp. 12. Ant Man. 11. Iron Man 1. 10. Oh, wait. Did I say it right? Okay. 10. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 9. Avengers. 8. Guardians of the Galaxy. 7. Spider Man Homecoming. 6. Thor Ragnarok. 5. Civil War. 4. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. 3. Black Panther. 2. Infinity War. 1. Endgame.
oh okay. Mine's a lot more easier. I can just tell you the top three though. One, Captain America First Avenger. Two, Captain America Winter Soldier. Three, Captain America Civil War.
Why am I
Here,
not
I'll
surprised?
give you number four. I'll
Why am
give
I
you number four.
surprised?
Four, Thor Ragnarok.
Why am I
I'll
not
just go. I'll
surprised?
just go. I'll just go one through four. There
Why
you
am
go.
I not surprised on the first two? Why am I not surprised?
I
It'll be
mean,
interesting.
yeah.
So
It's kind of stating the obvious, but
yeah, it's literally in the name. Um,
so how come you didn't like? Uh, huh? Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. No, I really liked the Civil War. It was a close run for number two, but I really love the whole Bucky thing. Um, so why Hulk was in so low? Why was Hulk so low?
Why is bottom?
Yeah.
It's the, okay. So how I rank this is of course story, the connectivity, and replay ability of watching it again.
Oh, so you can't watch Hulk multiple times?
Not really, and all this stuff.
Is it because of the actor? Because for me, it's kind of
No,
like the actor change.
no.
Like,
Actor change has nothing to do with it either, and all that stuff.
by the way, I'm so happy they went with Don Cheadle. I'm so happy Don Cheadle's War Machine. I
Yeah.
couldn't see what's his name as War Machine.
So so
Oh, and Iron Man 3 was pretty high on that list, right?
Ant Man, I have Ant Man and the Wasp 13 and Ant Man 1 at 12. So they're next to
I
each
said
other.
no, I said Iron Man 3.
Oh, Iron Man 3 is at 17.
Yeah, so you really like that one, huh?
I
I
actually
thought
enjoyed
like, cause I know it gets a lot of hate because of the whole Mandarin thing.
it. That's the reason why I keep it up there.
Um, I feel like it's gonna be like a Dark World thing. Like it's because we do have confirmation that Shang-Chi, not on that big of a scale, but like somehow within Shang-Chi, because we have confirmation that Mandarin, the real Mandarin, is
So
gonna be
wait,
in
wait.
Shang-Chi.
Are you saying
We also got the
are you
Mandarin short.
are you saying that Iron Man 3 is going to benefit off Shang-Chi as Dark World did to with Endgame did to Dark World and WandaVision did to
Yeah,
Age of Ultron?
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Not on that big of, not on a huge scale, but like it's gonna kind of make people feel a little bit better about Iron Man 3 due to the fact that like I mean a lot of people were really mad about the Mandarin thing, but we did get
Well, no,
confirmation that in Shang-Chi the real
that's the
Mandarin.
reason
But and
why.
then we also got the short thing, remember?
Yeah,
The short
and
video?
that's the reason why
Yeah,
Iron Man 3 is that high, and all that stuff.
yeah.
Because the one I don't include the one shots and all that stuff, but
Oh, you know?
they do provide reasoning to my rankings.
Yeah,
That's why Iron Man 3 is that high and all that stuff.
yeah. So
Not only
you're including like the reasoning within the Iron Man 3 movie,
yeah,
basically.
so
Or
it's
not
like
the reason, the one shot within the Iron Man 3
yeah,
movie.
because like one I do like the movie and all that stuff. I actually like
It's a good movie,
yeah,
yeah.
it's good, and I enjoy the aspect of what it is and all that stuff and everything like that. People can talk the crap about. In all honesty, the Mandarin thing, I laughed. I enjoyed that and all that stuff.
Yeah, especially the way the actor who played the Mandarin was, he was funny.
It's a
Like,
nice twist to it.
yeah, that was good. I
And
thought
all
he
stuff.
was funny. It
And then
was
the one
a
shot
lot of
makes
his
it
lines were really good.
and the one shot just makes it even more better for the fact that there is a real Mandarin and all that stuff.
Yeah, and yeah,
And then now it makes it even more and like I said, it makes it even that's why it's at 17 now because of the fact of saying she because he does exist. He's going to be in that movie and all that stuff most
yeah,
likely. And he's at 17. He's not I'll be honest like 17 is probably the highest he's going to go and all that stuff.
yeah. I wouldn't put it any higher than 17.
Yeah, and all
This
that
is a
stuff
whole
just
lot
like
more
that.
better movie than that.
Like
But
like honestly, I could have bumped. In all honesty, I probably could have bumped up Age of Ultron after watching WandaVision and all that stuff, but I kept it
well,
there. So
even before WandaVision, I thought Age of Ultron was good.
no,
It wasn't like
I still
amazing,
think like
but it didn't deserve half of the hate it got.
here's the thing. The rank here's the thing about this ranking in general. Every single movie on here is actually good and all that stuff
Yeah,
and all that stuff. No, there's no bad movie in all honesty in my how I see the
yeah,
MCU and all that stuff. There are some, of course, not all are better, not all are the best in general and all that stuff.
yeah.
But it's like that's how I see it. Now, where do I put WandaVision in this? It's tough, in all honesty. It is top 10. I will say that.
I'd put it in mine like an 8, like at 8 in my list. I don't have my list on me because I have it on my phone. But
And everything. So it's like the thing is, I had it 8 or 7, but then like having the relaxation that I have for not watching it again actually helped me out more on this, and was going through this list. I might put it at number 6, just barely crack the top 5.
just barely, yeah,
Yeah, because and all stuff as much as and all that stuff because The reason, because 5 is Civil War, and then without Civil War, we wouldn't get WandaVision. In all honesty,
True.
and all that stuff.
That is true.
But though it makes Civil War better, and thus makes, but WandaVision also makes Civil War a better movie, and all that stuff
Yeah.
because that's where you see the start of that between them two,
Yeah, we start seeing their chemistry and their relationship start to grow.
and for that stuff. So it's like, so
And honestly, seeing Civil War again, even like I watched it probably episode 6 or 7 of WandaVision in between those two episodes.
mm,
Um, and it was kind of cool seeing that's where their relationship started and
mm.
like starting to see it grow and to
And then
now
like,
where we are in
and then
WandaVision.
especially now after episode 8, which is the flashbacks of her life, and
Yeah,
seeing that conversation at the Avengers compound with them two talking.
yeah, in the kitchen.
It's not in the kitchen, the in her bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom one. My bad.
I'm talking about that one
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So it's like, because that's literally kind of before, that's right after Age of Ultron, but before Civil War, and that
yeah.
scene right there. So it's
Because
like,
that's isn't that almost right before Hawkeye goes to take her, right? Because the next morning they're in the kitchen
no, 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 no,
cooking, I
no.
think.
So no, no. That scene, the one when they're in the bedroom and in the flashback scene in WandaVision,
Yeah.
that is right after Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
Yeah, okay.
it's before Civil War. That scene right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's before the kitchen scene in particularly. Too. So yeah.
Yeah, I figured it was before the kitchen scene, but I just didn't know when it was before the kitchen scene. Like what part that fits in. So that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
So it's like, because it was like when she first got there, huh?
yeah, pretty
Right?
much.
When she first kind of got there to the compound thing?
Yeah. So once, yeah,
Okay.
pretty much
That
after
makes sense.
everything and all that stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then of course I'm comparing this to 23 other movies. How does that work? Well, you look at it as a whole story and all that stuff. You don't,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like, you're looking at it from episode 1 to episode 9 and everything. And you're learning this thing about what this is about. And this is more than just like any other of these other movies in all general. This is not the whole boom boom and then the fight scene at the end. Though technically season 9 episode 9 was that in a bit, but throughout the rest of most of this episode, this is a story about grieving and all that stuff, and learning and understanding about what you've lost and all that stuff, and what are the effects of that, of trying to accept, of not accepting that grief and everything like that for it, which is very impactful and very much why I loved the show so much and everything like that. Thus, it's like, it's better and all that stuff. Am I putting that over Thor Ragnarok? Yes, I am, and all that stuff. Thor Ragnarok is a fun movie. Don't get me wrong, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just more of the fact I feel more of an impact. How like Civil War, like, cause like my top 5: Civil War, Winter Soldier, Panther, Infinity War, Endgame. Those movies bring impact and all that stuff. WandaVision does that same thing, but more on a hero level on who these characters are
Here's
and all that stuff.
now here's why I bring up this um
I'm not gonna like this.
you know. See, yeah, they did bring impact, but Thor Ragnarok brought us Korg.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I'm not making core an emphasis of all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love Korg. Don't get me wrong. But that's not gonna change my ranking.
The only reason I'm kind of mad with Ragnarok and why it's at 4 instead of 3 is one reason. It sets up the death of one of the coolest Thor characters, which is Heimdall. So that kind of sucks because I was a really big fan of Heimdall. Um, so that kind of sucks. That kind of sets it up for Endgame, which ends up leading to like,
You mean Infinity War
you
then
know,
Endgame?
oh, Infinity War, my bad. It brings it to like the beginning of Infinity War where they kind of kill Heimdall. So that sucks. But I mean, Loki, I mean, yeah, he died, but I mean, Heimdall was cool in my opinion. Like, I want to know how he hid all his hair underneath that helmet, because that was a lot of hair in Ragnarok. And
Well,
he like,
if I can understand this correctly, so there's probably been time, but you have to realize there was time between Thor: The Dark World and Thor Ragnarok. So you have to remember at the end
Yeah,
of
but was there enough years to grow out that long of dreads?
I think so.
'Cause that was a lot of hair.
I think so because you have to remember at the end of Dark World, Loki took over and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So and that's throughout that time, they're at the plan of banishing Heimdall had to be a thing within that time span
yeah,
and all that stuff. So let's say because like so Dark World is was before Age of Ultron if I remember correctly on all that stuff
yes.
and there are so yeah so there's literally like give me a second one two three
'Cause
four
I don't.
5 6 7 8 movies between that
How many years?
2 to 3
Is that enough time to grow that long of a dreads though?
yes
Maybe.
he's Asgardian also so like you have to
That's true.
bring that in
Maybe
also
he has
you
like
have
some
to
kind
bring
of
that
like
in
a magical growth
you
thing,
have
yeah.
to bring that in
But
also
yeah, he's still a cool character regardless. Um,
no yeah
I mean, in a weird way, a bit of him lives on in Thor's eyes, or eye, because you know how like it's not his eye, but like, or who knows? But maybe Rocket somehow got a hold of Heimdall's eye. I don't know. Uh, but it's cool. But kind of wish they didn't kill him off. He's a really cool character and really awesome sword. That was a pretty dope sword, the Bifrost sword.
mm-hmm.
But really excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. Um, Kind of really wish they didn't introduce Better Way Bill. I understand why they didn't go with them in Thor Ragnarok. The producers came out and said he was going to be in it, but he didn't have enough movie time as they thought he should have had. So I'm kind of glad they just didn't do it at all. Um, because he is such a big character within the Thor comics. So I'm kind of glad they didn't give him a minor character, a minor, little thing shout out, and then kind of moved on. They did give him a small shout out. He was a champion there on the tower, as you saw when they were building the Hulk's head. He was already on the tower, showing that he was already a champion of the games, which you do see in I think which cartoon is it? The one where they I mean Thor first meets him. Damn, can't remember the animation, but they do show him in the games and they do show him winning and him being the champion. So it is kind of cool that they're going off that. Though I hope he's in the future in the Thor movie. I really hope so. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird. I wonder what they're gonna call his hammer, due to the fact that his hammer is called Stormbreaker. They'll probably just give it a new name, but it's kind of interesting to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, that's my little rant.
or they might
But
not at all
yeah, they just might not at all. But I really hope they do. It could have just been like a little tease, but it'd be cool to see them in the MCU.
I don't
So yeah,
I don't get this timeline
uh,
no so
maybe.
no Wikipedia put it up like a timeline but like based off where the movies are set in that timeline
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff like how it starts off with the first Avenger and all that stuff and everything. For some odd
Yeah,
reason, at the end of it, when it gets into 2023, because that's where Endgame is set in that year.
yeah.
So it says Endgame, WandaVision, and then it goes to 2024, Far From Home.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, like you
Because
have
wasn't Far From Home right after the events of Endgame?
no, not right after, but it's like maybe a couple
No,
months.
the closest one though, right? Or no, WandaVision is, huh?
WandaVision is the closest one so far.
Yeah, yeah.
And all that stuff.
So it would it be WandaVision then Far From Home?
Yeah, but it should be in that same year.
It shouldn't be that far apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
shouldn't be
pretty
that far
close. It's nowhere near that far.
and all that stuff. And I was just like, and I don't. So it's like I find that weird that it's like they put Far From Home in 2024, which makes no sense.
It's a big jump,
It's a
but
big jump and all that stuff. Like, of course we and I lost Manny and all that stuff. That's funny. All that stuff. Fun times. Fun times. There he goes. He's back. He is back. Oh,
Right.
here we go.
Yeah.
Because like here's the thing. Because like in game WandaVision 2023, and then Far From Home is 2024. But the thing is, it's like No Way Home is right after Far From Home, and all that stuff. It has to continue like right after the end of that credit scene, in a way,
Yeah. At least a couple months.
or like a couple weeks,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's
Or
like
at max, I should say a couple months.
yeah. So it's like so it has to be with all within that same year. We already know Black Widow is before Civil War or after.
Correct.
After
Oh, it's after Civil War? That
after
was
Civil
before
War.
Civil War.
It's after Civil War, before Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
My
Sounds
other
good.
I think the one movie I think I want to know where it's gonna be set is Shang-Chi. I think that's the one I want to know.
Maybe before, maybe after Iron Man 3?
No, I don't think it's gonna be something like back that far back. It's
Do you think it's gonna be more in the future?
it's in 2023, or let's say it's within the blip timeline, the time space, that
That'd be
5 year gap,
cool
that
to
five
see
year
like
gap.
stuff going on during the blip as we did in
Like
WandaVision,
the same,
roughly.
like this is happening during the 5 year gap.
Yeah.
Cause like here's the thing with all these movies, the only one that makes sense to have to be part of that, outside of externals, because that's supposed to be set before
Way
everything.
before.
It's before
Yeah.
everything, but
Before it.
but it's also present day. Also, it has present. It's supposed to have present day scenes also.
Yeah, because it is supposed to explain creation, right?
Yeah,
Roughly.
yeah, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like Shang Chi is like the only one on here that has that can be understandable of being set within the 5 year gap
Yeah.
and all stuff. Everything else is most likely is all after Endgame, pretty much.
Yeah. AE and the Eternals is BE. So that makes, or and Black Widow is BE. Before Endgame, after Endgame.
I guess if we're gonna start doing it like that.
I mean, it makes sense. BE and AE. Um, so that makes sense. Yeah. Um, and then obviously, you know, Black Widow being one of the first ones to introduce mutant, which I feel like they'll talk about that during Eternals. Maybe like it's gonna be like they were here the whole time, kind of like Secret Invasion or something. Uh, like like the scrolls,
Don't
like
compare
they were here
Marvel
the
to
whole time.
Secret Invasion.
It's like yeah, they were here the whole time. They just didn't show it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
cause
kind of a cheap way to do it, I feel like, but it makes sense, I guess. Like if they were just hiding, but I would hope it's gonna be something like maybe Wanda does something or somebody does something to start it. I'm okay with them doing like, oh, it was in humans, it was in everybody's genes the whole time. It just this event happened to cause it to go off in certain people. I'm okay with them doing that. I just don't want them to do like what they did with the scrolls because it makes sense with the scrolls. But I don't want them to do it like, oh, they were there the whole time. They just weren't coming out in public.
what do you mean that what they did with the scrolls?
You know how they're gonna do Secret Invasion? Like, oh, the scrolls have been on Earth for a long time. They just obviously because they're scrolls, they can take any shape. I
Oh,
don't want them to do that with mutants. I don't want them to be like, oh, the X-Men have actually been on Earth for, long time. They just haven't been showing themselves.
I don't think it's
I
gonna.
don't really want them to do that.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't want them to do that. I don't think they will, but I don't think they will. But I just don't want that to happen. Um, so we'll see. But I mean, could it'd be really cool to see like like Apocalypse in Eternals maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, obviously, you just as you agree, like it'd be really weird to do that with mutants. And then also, I feel like we would have seen them by now, or they would have known about them by now in some way
There's
if
gonna
they were
there's
around.
something's gonna happen that's gonna cause it
Yeah,
and all that stuff. It's not. It's like it's like how you said right now. It's not gonna be, oh, they've been here this whole time and all that stuff and laid dormant kind of dumb stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's just more. It's like it has to, because the thing is, the one thing about it is that, and it's gonna involve around these two characters no matter what, is Charles and Magneto. Like you, those were how those two became were established leaders, separate mutant groups, and all that stuff. And how do you make that into a new thing and
yeah,
to introduce into this universe? You can't put a whole, oh, they've been here this whole time and they've just been hiding and all that stuff and all that stuff.
yeah.
Which is technically can work in a way, but not.
It can work. It's just I don't want it to. Like I'm pretty sure they can find a way to make it work. It's just I hope they don't.
I think what my thing
But
is about it, I think for
these transitions.
Magneto and Charles, they have to be adults,
Yeah.
and hell, like this, I think this needs to be established way before they do an X Men music movie in general. Like,
Oh, definitely.
like
Yeah.
don't like before you do a movie, it's like you have to make sure like establish Charles, establish Magneto, and all that stuff.
Don't just like throw them in. Like
Yeah,
there it is. Don't
yeah,
just throw a
don't.
movie at us.
Yeah, like don't do the whole put them in an origin movie style. Do it like how they done it with Black Panther. They've done it with Spider Man and everything like that. Put them and now
They did it with Scarlet Witch
with Wanda. Yeah, with Wanda
or Wanda,
particularly.
I should say. My bad.
Wanda in a
Wanda
way of and how that progressed and
and
Monica
Pietro. Yeah.
and Monica Rambo now and all this
Yeah.
stuff and everything. It's like you establish them in something already, but it's like
Yeah.
you would probably have them in a couple stuff and all that stuff. Hell, you know what? Here's the thing. Everyone's talking about doing an X Men movie. Just do it a Disney Plus series.
That'd be cool.
Just do it a Disney Plus as a Disney Plus series. Don't
That'd be really cool.
like make on all honesty, everything needs to make the stuff start as a series first, and then whatever big event, like mutant event in particularly, becomes the movie
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like do like honestly, it's like how like I said, establish it throughout the MCU first, and then I say do two shows. One focuses on Charles' side of everything. The other side is Magneto stuff. It's Magneto side
That'd be cool.
and all that stuff. And then it's like the thing is with that will be your that will be the multi season thing that we want and all that stuff and all that stuff. X Men will be the X Men is within the Disney Plus, but the big events and all that stuff, whether it be like whatever the mutant events that they portray in comics, or even like what the fan hoping X Men versus Avengers will be the movie.
That'd be cool. Uh, Either one would be cool to be honest, but I'm happy either way. But I saw this one thing. It was like, what if instead of no more mutants, Wanda says more mutants in in it was just kind of funny. It wasn't. I can't see it happening, but it'd be kind of funny if they like took the no more mutants line and like kind of made it into the way to establish mutants. That'd be
That'd
kind
be
of fun.
so weird.
It'd be weird, but it'd be kind of funny to me. I don't see him doing it at all, but
You find everything funny.
yeah, can I just imagine she's just like mutants, and then like it happens, and it'd be kind of weird because of the fact that the famous line is no more mutants, so it'd be I don't know, it'd be funny to me,
I don't know. I mean, it's like
but
here's the thing.
yeah,
I'm happy with the lineup right now. What we got coming up with the MCU. Whatever happens, happens, and all that stuff, and how they work, and all that stuff. So I'm enjoying it. And then like I said, Falcons next week. Hopefully, Widow does not get delayed, and they
uh,
do the whole
you
Disney
gotta just do Disney Plus.
just do the Disney Plus Premier Access thing and all that stuff. Just do it.
But I understand why they're delaying it because they don't,
No, it's still
you know,
it's still set for May
yeah, but understand why they delayed it. You know what I mean?
because they want people to
Like,
watch it. Yeah,
Yeah, they want people to they want to showcase the first mutant in like a movie theater. They don't really want, they don't. That's the one thing I'm sticking to my guns on. I mean, if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with it still. Like, because I'm really still excited for Black Widow no matter what. I really want to know more of her story. But I really hope that there's some ages in it. uh,
And with that, we thank you for watching the podcast with no name. I am your host this week, Ricky, along with my co-wrestling partner, Manny, tag team partner,
Manny,
and all that stuff. We hope again you can always watch our episodes every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google, and Apple Podcasts, and other podcast services around the world. Again, thank you. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below and all that stuff. So that way it helps us a lot and everything like that.
also ring the bell.
And
Oh,
ring
true.
that bell for notifications when new episodes go live. All right. Have a good one.
Yep.